Have you ever been told or searched up online on why we avoid using global variables? You might be thinking to yourself, why can't we just use global variables? They're so easy to define and use. We just have to just declare it once and we can use it anywhere in our project. So what's wrong with them? What's the big deal? Why can't we use them? Well, the thing with global variables is that yes, they are considered bad practice to be used, and we should be avoiding using global variables at all cost. And the reason why is because we avoid using global variables is because it's exposed everywhere. Because once it's exposed everywhere, all it takes is one different file to make a change to that global variable. And if you're trying to solve an issue that's not working, or you're spending hours trying to debug a problem that you're not getting anywhere with, sometimes the root cause of those problems are due to global variables. Now, what's the solution to instead of using global variables, what's the solution? Well, off the top of my head, there are two main solutions that we can use instead of using global variables. So the first solution, primarily in the embedded C projects, is to use what we call getters and setters. So we can use getters and setters, to set the variable in one file, and then we can get what the variable is in another file. That's one solution in embedded C. Or as well as embedded C, we can define structures as well. But structures are also public by default, so you need to keep that in mind as well. Those are two solutions I can think of off the top of my head in the embedded C land. But when it comes to C++, one of the best ways we can avoid using global variables is to use classes, because when we use classes, all the data that's been declared in classes is encapsulated, and the only way we can access data in those classes is by using objects. Hence the term object-oriented programming. Hence the term I think it's called what we call encapsulation. Because since the data is restricted, we can only access those private members of that class via objects declared of that class. If you don't know if you don't know the concept of encapsulation, watch my video of me explaining what encapsulation is in object-oriented programming. So that's pretty much a quick explanation of why we absolutely avoid using global variables in our projects. Because when it comes to a very large project, with 5,000 plus 10,000 lines of code, you really want to avoid using global variables, because they do become a nightmare to manage as a project gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Especially when you're working with C and C++ or Java and C++, or even C# as well. The bigger the project is, the more complex it is to maintain and everything, and the more time you have to spend maintaining and debugging code and everything. And we don't want to spend hours and hours debugging code just because of global variables causing the issue. So that's my explanation of why we avoid using global variables. If this video has helped you out a lot today, don't forget to smash that like button down below, and don't forget to click on that red button down below to subscribe to the latest videos of the C++ Better Explained YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed my latest video. By the way guys, if you're still suffering not being able to understand the C++ programming language, it's time to change that forever. Because if you really want to get guided by me personally, book a free 30-minute call down below where I'll be able to pinpoint where you're going wrong, and I'll be able to listen to your problems that you're facing trying to learn the C++ programming language, and I'll be able to guide you on the right path and the solution, so that you can be able to finally understand the fundamentals of the C++ programming language. But there are limited call spots available, so click on that link below and book your free 30-minute call today.